To the right field of the Giants, the boy who was discovered by the late John J. McGraw at the tender age of 17. He came into the National League and has since been a great star. One of the league's leading home run hitters. One out, nobody on. There's a smash back to Gomez. He deflects the ball to Crosetti. The throw is close. He's out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
At Mark Spidrich. Now, each time he gets the ball back, you'll see him mumble a couple of words to the ball.
The first man ever to pitch 5 career no-hitters.
Catch a ball, Joe.
I don't believe what I just saw.
And it's another chance for Mitchell, and he makes a bare-handed catch. Ricky goes, a pitch hit, and he's going to have it. Leaps high in the air, and he's got it. An incredible catch by the kid.
And let it be said that number 8, Cal Ripken Jr., has reached the unreachable star.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise.
Welcome to the Daily Rewind, brought to you by thisdayinbaseball.com. I'm Tom Hannon, and I'm your host. We bring you voices from the past and all the golden nuggets you can't get from looking at stats. And if you love baseball history, we encourage you to download our entire back catalog and listen to stories about your favorite players in their own voices or voices from their time. Today is Season 3. There is a season for each month, Episode 2, which stands for March 2nd. And today we're bringing you Mel Ott. Although finding audio for Ott was impossible, we're going to bring you several at-bats from the 1933, 1936, and 1937 World Series. Ott hit 3 career home runs in World Series play, all in the last game of each series. And his third at-bat in the 1936 World Series will be brought to you by Hall of Fame announcer Red Barber. On March 2nd, 1909, future Hall of Famer Mel Ott is born in Louisiana. Known as Master Melvin, Ott will make his Major League debut with the New York Giants as a 17-year-old boy wonder in 1926. He will quickly become a fan favorite and use an unorthodox batting style, which he lifted his right foot prior to impact. Ott will hit 511 career home runs with 1,860 RBIs and score 1,859 runs and collect 2,876 hits, of which 1,071 were extra base hits, and he had a career .304 batting average. He hit 30 or more home runs in a season 8 times, in winning or sharing in home run honors on 6 occasions. In winning or sharing in home runs on 6 occasions. As a matter of fact, I just read a story on Ott where him and Chuck Klein were both at 42 home runs going into the last game of the season, and the Phillies were playing the Giants. Klein homered in his first at-bat to go up 1 home run. He hit his 43rd home run, and the Phillies pitchers went on to intentionally walk Ott in every at-bat. So he never actually got a chance to hit to tie Klein or take the home run championship. So Klein ended up taking it by 1. Amazing story. If it happened today, there'd be a Twitter storm like you never heard of. And I just want to add, those are the type of stories that you find on thisdayinbaseball.com. If you were to search Mel Ott, you would see there's over 130 instances of him listed on different pieces that we have on the site, and that's what the site's all about. It's about these little nuggets of what happened on this day in baseball history. Oh, I just wanted to put that in there. And Ott will play all of his 22 seasons for the New York Giants, and he will actually go into the Hall of Fame in 1951. So without further ado, here is Mel Ott in the 1933 World Series Game 4. Giants are up 3-0. And they're leading the game 3-0. And I'm going to bring you History.com's version of Game 4 of the 1933 World. in that World Series with the home run. Amazing stuff. And here is 1936. There's 3 at-bats, all versus Lefty Gomez. The first 2 are going to be announced by Tom Manning, and the last one is going to be announced by Red Barber. In his first at-bat, he is up with the bases loaded in the first inning against Lefty Gomez. In his next 2 at-bats, nobody's going to be on when he gets up. So here is Tom Manning to announce his first at-bat, and we're going to end with Red Barber, and then I'll catch you on the other side.
Distance hitter Melvin Ott, who usually bats in the cleanup position, has been dropped to 5th position this afternoon against the southpaw slants of Lefty Gomez, permitting Lieber, a right-hand batter, to bat in the cleanup spot. There's your picture. Moore on third, Bartell on second, Lieber on first, and Melvin Ott, the left-hand batter, is up. Here's the windup. The pitch. It's a foul up and back. Mel Ott was swinging for distance on that first pitch. When that hickory met the leather that time, it appeared as though Mel Ott had both his feet off the ground. Yes, sir, he was really swinging from way back. Continuously, we hear that roar seeping through the microphone. It's enthusiasm. Strike 1, Gomez winding up. It's a ball. Fast-breaking hook ball missed the outside corner for Melvin Ott, little left-hand batter. It was ball 1 and strike 1. Ott has 5 hits out of 19 trips to the plate in the series. 1-1, the pitch. It's a bounding ball. It's a hit. A base rock into right field. Here comes Moore. Bartell is rounding third. He's coming in. Lieber has rounded second, going to third. Melvin Ott is going to second. It's a 2-base hit. Listen to that roar of the crowd. I'll catch up with the play for you now. Melvin Ott at bat. He smacked a double just out of Gehrig's reach into the right field corner. Moore scored. Bartell scored. Lieber raced to third. Mel Ott went to second and gets a 2-base hit. The score, if you please, the Giants of the National League 2. Yankees nothing. And Gus Mancuso. Little right field of the Giants, the boy who was discovered by the late John J. McGraw at the tender age of 17. He came into the National League and has since been a great star. One of the league's leading home run hitters. 1 out, nobody on. As it flashed back to Gomez, he deflects the ball to Crosetti. The throw is close. He's out.
The batter's Mel Ott. Outfield gets around toward right on Mel. He hits out toward left field. It's into the second tier of the stands for a home run. Mel Ott does not throw one. He just hit it late, high into the second tier of the stands and straight away to left field for a homer. And the game is now 5 for the Yankees and 3 for the Giants. Mel Ott connecting for a home run. They were playing him as a pull hitter, but instead he went up to one late and still got a hold of it. The first hit to Gretna.
I just love hearing these announcers talk about Ott, and he was the boy wonder. He's discovered by John McGraw, and it was interesting too that he hit that home run to the opposite field, because everything you read about Ott is he was this tremendous pull hitter, but he took Lefty Gomez out to left field, so maybe that pull hitter dialogue is a little off. Anyways, we're going to bring you now to the final at-bat I have, which is Ott facing Gomez, Game 5 in the 3rd inning. The Giants are down 2-0 in the game. They're down 3-1 in the series to the Yankees, and he's got a man on. And here is Ott against Lefty Gomez.
Mel Ott coming up, and the fans now are imploring Mr. Ott to tie that old ball game up. Listen to him for a moment. Mel Ott, you know, is a kid that the late John McGraw brought here to the Polo Grounds at the tender age of 17, and he's been playing great ball ever since. It's a big ball, it's going. A home run! DiMaggio's, but that was in the same spot that the home run was hit earlier in the game by Harold Holmes. And the score is all tied up. It's a new ball game, and we have triple.
The fan reaction, because it was in the Polo Grounds, tremendous, right? And I just love how they really let it was an art, because the announcers let the fans carry the excitement. They didn't talk through it. They let you as a listener hear the fans' excitement, which is somewhat of a lost art now. And I think that's one of the cool things about listening to these old broadcasts, is you get to hear these announcers and not hear the announcers when it's appropriate. It kind of reminds you of what we were here when Vin Scully would do a game. He would let the fans carry the game and his storytelling ability, and it's a lost art for sure. I wish we could have brought you Ott himself, but again, as I just said, the announcers just painted an amazing story of the player he was, and I believe he's one of the most overlooked players in baseball history. Now, the games I brought to you today were all found on the Internet Radio Archive, and if you have some old audio clips, we would sure love to hear them. I'm looking for player interviews, stories, and game audio, and you can reach me at tbinbb@gmail.com. If you enjoyed the show, please help us by sharing the show and subscribing to us on whatever podcatcher you use. The number one way for podcasts to grow, it's not reviews, it's not advertising, it's when you tell a friend. So if you're enjoying this content, we want to keep bringing it to you, and the way we need to do that is we need to keep growing. So please share the show, share it out on social media, tell a friend, and that's going to really help us get the message out there and grow this show. And secondly, please consider sponsoring a page at thisdayinbaseball.com. Go to Mel Ott's page, thisdayinbaseball.com/Mel Ott, or thisdayinbaseball.com/Lefty Gomez, and consider sponsoring their pages. You can put in a personal message, a link, and if they're not your guys, we have every player that's ever played the game. We have over 40,000 events, and you can just check out more by checking out our page sponsorship program. Go to thisdayinbaseball.com/sponsor page. And again, thank you for joining us today. Look for more shows on Joe DiMaggio and Jim Rice coming up shortly. Until next time, I'm Tom Hannon. I'm out, and I hope to see you at the ballpark. Peace.
The 3-0 pitch. Swing a long drive. There it is. Number 500 for Michael Jack Smith.
1-2 the count to Gary Ward. 2 outs in the ninth. He's 1 strike away from 300 victories. He went around and it's over.
Rippey going back to the 1-8 track, leaps high in the air, and he's got it! An incredible catch by the kid!
The set, the pitch. There's a long fly ball to left down the line. Home run number 50 for central fielder.
Ryan winds and delivers. He struck him out swinging! Strikeout number 5,000 is history for Nolan Ryan!
Here's the pitch to Reggie. Swing on, and there it goes.